when we started this channel, we wanted to show what life is like as a maturing, physically challenged adult through my experiences and perspective. And I wanted to be authentic. I didn't want to try to come up with content just for the sake of making content. I wanted it to be real so that it would be relatable to as many people as possible. And it has never been my intention to highlight sadness or emotional topics to an extreme. Having said that, I always want to be authentic and, again, be as real as possible. That being said, one of my more recent videos was about grieving the loss of a four-legged family member, and that in itself has been difficult for me to navigate because I've never been as close to an animal. And over the past, first let me say, I am still navigating that process. I am still very much grieving that loss. But as life would have it, over the past several weeks, I have been navigating something that I've never had to do before. And it is by far one of the most difficult and challenging seasons of my life thus far. I have been in a long-distance relationship for just over 4 years, and it has been a relationship that is not without its obvious challenges, but given our resources and commitment to one another, I feel like we have done a really good job at navigating and cultivating a meaningful relationship. Regardless of distance. Several weeks ago, I was on the phone with my spouse, Carlos. One of the ways that we have navigated our relationship is we generally spend approximately 22 hours a day on the phone. And we have never seen that as unusual. We just see it. I mean, we know that it's not common for people to be on the phone that frequent, but because of our distance and our commitment to one another, and knowing that once we were united, we were going to spend all of our time together, it just fit really well for us to spend that much time on the phone. Having said all that, just to give you some context, several weeks ago, we were on the phone as usual, and we were watching a video together, and he had a stroke. His family got him to a hospital, and he spent a couple weeks there, and then he had some complications, and he passed. Most people understand the term past or death. I choose generally try not to use those words, because I don't claim any one particular religion, and I don't try to categorize my belief system. And there's a lot of things that I am very uncertain about, but I do believe that we are more than this physical body, and so I don't use the word death. I use the word transcend or transcendence, because I believe that we as a soul or a divine spark just evolve from physical, so my partner, my spouse, transcended at the beginning of this month, and it's been difficult, to say the least, as I'm sure you can imagine. But for me, with this particular loss, I'm running into some unique challenges. First and foremost, I've never had a spouse transcend, so I'm new to that experience, but it's also challenging in a way that I've never experienced before, because of the dynamic of our relationship, in that we were saving for my relocation, so we were very frugal in that it was decided that I wouldn't spend a lot of money going back and forth to visit. It would be best to just let the money accumulate so that the relocation could happen faster. One of my biggest challenges in navigating this experience is that in the past, when I've had other friends or family members that have transcended, I've always had other people going through it with me. And I don't have that. My children are very compassionate and very understanding and do their best to be supportive. But it's not quite the same when they haven't shared in experiences. They've all spoken on the phone to some extent just to get familiar with one another, but as far as creating memories and sharing and sharing lessons and memories and special moments, I'm alone. I have reached out to his family, but at this time they're not in a place where they are capable of participating in any kind of relationship with me, and I honestly I don't blame them. I know that it's a little awkward because, again, we never really, we've known of the family dynamics between each other, but we've never really had an opportunity to interact and create a relationship beyond our own. So, yeah, I'm feeling, especially in the last few days, I've kind of run the gamut of so many different emotions and different feelings, and it takes the form of any one emotion in particularly will stand out at any given time, or it's just a cluster of emotions at times, and it's been difficult. The most prevalent feelings that I have right now are my grief, and my sadness. but also real loneliness. Which is something that I have felt on some level with others who have transcended in my life, but all of those experiences pale in comparison to this one. As I've said, we spent we spent upwards of 22 hours a day on the phone together, except when he was on the phone with his cousin. That would take a little longer, but it's fine. Yeah. And I never met his cousin either, but I think about not only his children, but I think about that one particular cousin often, and I hope that his cousin has support, because I know that they were close. And they enjoyed speaking to one another on the phone, so wow, I really didn't want to cry throughout this video, but it's just the season of life that I'm in. So, I apologize for being as emotional as I am. I don't apologize for being emotional. It was not my intention to come on here and be as emotional as I am. So, I'm trying to give myself grace. My plan moving forward, all my plans remain the same. Carlos and I have goals, and my plan is to see those goals through, just as we planned for them. All of that's the same. It's just the roadmap has changed, and so I have to try to interpret that roadmap and follow it. I do intend to upload more videos. Hopefully some videos that are less teary. And I suspect that there will be more frequent videos, since since this is the main use of my phone these days. So, yeah, that's my update. It's not a real pleasant update, but it kind of allows me to explain what has been going on, because I thought about just jumping into other videos and not addressing the loss in on this channel. However, I don't feel like ignoring something that huge would be beneficial for myself, and it just wouldn't be honorable. It would not be honorable to Carlos, so I needed to get this video out, and I don't know if anyone's gonna see it, if anyone cares. The important thing is that it will kind of create an understanding of the absence that has been thus far, and like I said, my goal is to upload videos a little more frequently, since I have the availability on my phone now. And I really need to keep my mind busy. I've been doing a lot of things to try to cope with everything that I'm feeling. I have I've bought a couple of things that I bought a locket, and I'm writing a lot. I'm writing a lot about the sequence of events that have taken place, because I don't want to forget. And sometimes in my experience, the mind will start to kind of lock away certain details, just as a coping mechanism, as a survival mechanism to kind of get you through grief. So I'm doing my best to write down a sequence of events that are important to me. Writing down the lessons that he was trying to, or that he had taught me, and writing down all of the information that I can remember, which is another downside of not having anyone else to share experiences with. There's a fear of forgetting some important things, some important lessons. So, doing the best I can to write as much as I can. But I can only, I find that for my own emotional and mental health, I can only do that for about 10 minutes a day, and that's okay, because it's something. And I'm just allowing myself to cry. And don't misunderstand. I do see the beauty in all days that I have. It's summertime. The heat is not always pleasurable, but I enjoy the opportunity to just go for a walk and take my grandson to the park. So, maybe that's what I'll do today. We'll see. I just wanted to get this video up because even if no one else sees it, I think it's important for me to get it up. Again, just as a way of honoring my feelings and honoring my spouse. This channel is about sharing my life experiences and navigating my way through them. And I think that's why I need to post a video, even if it is full of tears. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience. And hopefully I can post more frequently. And my hope is that the videos coming forward will not be as emotionally charged. Thanks again. See you next time.